We are here with Dmytro Sukholytkyy-Sobchuck, the director of Weightlifter. Dmytro, thank you for being with us. We really loved your short film.
Thank you for selection. Thank you for invite for this conversation.
We wanted to ask you some questions, and I'll leave the word to Tommaso.
Okay. Well, first of all, I already told you how much I appreciated your short film. I would like to ask you what's the origin of this short film and how, when did you start working on it? And the word that you are portraying is the one of competitive weightlifting, and how much you knew about this word before you started, and tell us about it.
It was like a long background in the story because when I was a student and I was in architecture faculty and architecture college, I was made some powerlifting. It's kind of a heavyweight sport, and my coach, unfortunately, he passed away 4 years ago, and no, 4 years ago. And when I was writing the script, it was like inspired me with his stories from my experience with sports, because I saw a lot of people who had this kind of ambitions, and it's like for example, there's a quote from film when coach tell main character sink, Peter sink, Думай, Peter, Думай. It's mean for me a lot, because this words coach every time tell for everybody, just he change the name, like sink Ivan, sink Alex, sink, and every time when you do something, sink twice, sink 3 times. So I was starting to think about David movie, and decided to make a story about sport, but it should be the movie when it's only on the first look, it's story about sport, but it should be more than sport, with more clothes, with more human being players. So for me, what was very important to tell about something what I already know, and I have this distance and can tell about this something very precisely. So I choose this topic and start to develop, and like the main this ambitions character, it was inspired also from my like teenager experience when I read the book author Wendy Lay. She was biographer of Arnold Schwarzenegger. So she write one chapter about, and it was a lot of information with about the relationship between Arnold and his father, and it was very complicated for him, and like the one what was so shocked me when I was 15, I was read this. So when Arnold's father was passed away, he rejected to come for his funeral because of competition and because of preparing for competition Mr. Olympia. And it was like, okay, it's like 2 days before, okay, maybe it's important, but no, it was 9 months before competition.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so it's like it's some kind of a reaction. What's have a typical reaction for people with normal empathy, and I start to think, okay, let's stay on the side of main characters. Maybe something on his past so broke him, and we never know. But from a biography of Arnold Schwarzenegger, we know a little bit about his father. He was very, very. I try to find this word. Strogi. I don't know how to pronounce this in English. He was a tough father. Like, for example, with Arnold, Arnold had an older brother, and a lot of time, father made the competition between two brothers. The one difference, so Maynard have like he was oldest for two years. So when Arnold had 9, he had 11, and father made competition everywhere in musician.
And Dmytro, I'm curious about one thing about your writing process, because in this film there are narrative events which are also work like symbols, because you know this weightlifting sport is perfect as a metaphor, because we are talking about a character that has something to lift, you know, some weight inside his heart, and the sports that he does is actually weightlifting. And we also have another scene where he is into the, you know, the hot water tub, and he bleeds from his nose. And we also use that image in the poster of the essay screening that we will show you later. And these scenes are, they work narratively wise, but they also work as symbols. Is this deliberate from you? Is this part of your writing process?
I don't like the symbols and also metaphorical. I like a sense when it has a sense. So for me, this blood and his competition inside, it puts so much pressure for him, so we can see it even physically. So for me, it was like this kind of a type of sense, and I like to make something like a labyrinth. When you have a story, and after this you can treat this story or like see a different sense. But how I can take you to this labyrinth to make this clearly inside story. So he, like main character, he had this competition, and he compete everywhere. You know, like even in some stupid pool inside the sauna. So how to show it? It's like to make this visible. That's why for me more important to find this logical level and give this for viewers, and so much viewers like a lot of viewers can see their metaphoric or symbols etc. But for me it's okay. But I don't put this like a symbol. I put this only like a part of story of character. Make this more clearly.
I would like you to talk about a little bit about your visual approach and also cinematic language, which to me was really a magnet, like that I was attracted to. Like I would like you to talk about how you approach this short film as a director, how you managed to use the image and how you constructed the action inside the image. Like it's really incredible the way you crafted it, directorial wise and image wise.
It was funny because it's begin from a competition with painting.
Okay.
Yeah, like if the DOP was asking, okay, can you give me a reference? And I say, I don't like reference. But it doesn't work for this story. I will give you more than reference. I will give you uh, four different painters. What I would like to do, okay, to put there everywhere what you can read or view on your iPhone or your laptop and watch this painters. It's Caravaggio, Della Tour, Hopper, and uh, uh, Anger, Jean-Auguste Anger. Yes, and we start from this. Let's do some simplicity with beginning of story from light, and we'll finish this in totally dark and link this with Caravaggio. Okay, how we will do this? Like a painting. So it should be static. So let's repaint the walls. So we change the color of the walls. We was changing even colors of this um, in a competition. Also, they had barbell and they had this thing. So it was very colorful. So we put this a layer of a paint to make them less paint and color grading. We make them very delicate, so it's a color but with less of color. And we also have a couple shots on a dolly. So I treat them like so the story is when we come to room with a painting, first, second, third, and one room. You can go in this room. We tell you for viewers, let's sit on some place and we will follow you on some important place what we decide, because on aesthetic you can decide, oh, here or like some guy who fallen down, or you can catch it or no. It's depends from viewers, because it's like sometimes 2 minutes shot, sometimes 3 minutes, so you can decide a lot. But in a dolly we put you in a main tension place what important for us. So that's how it was built visual style. And also I was thinking about this. It should be color without color, because uh, it's a type of sport when it's iron, when it's very coldy. I was said, okay, I don't want to make this black and white, but it should be almost black and white and very uh, desaturate image, but in some place. So I always need the tone skin, like in painting, I like a lot of painters like Dmytro or Anger, and we was decide, okay, the skin and a body centric image should be with a natural tone skin, and all another world we should change some colors, and sometimes we was repaint all the gym because color was too much, and in the color grading we was changing a lot in these ways. Yeah, so.
It reminded me in the color space that you created, also it is a totally different type of filmmaking. Roy Anderson, the way you structure colors and the image, reminded me of it. Now that you talk about the process, really I have an image of Roy Anderson. By the way, I think Andrea wanted to ask something.
No, for me, we went through a lot, a lot of details about your work. What I wanted to ask you is, as an author, like now, what are you interested in? What kind of themes and what are you developing next Where are you headed with your next film and shorts, and what is the type of story that strikes you as a human being?
Mm, I work now on a feature debut. It's named Upon Fear, and it's a story about an ordinary man who back to home, and he had a family, and it will be a story about uh, like about the people who ready for everything because of their relatives, their family. So we on a middle of shooting process.
Nice. We're looking forward to see your new film, and thank you for for giving us the opportunity to screen your film. And
Thank you for inviting.
yeah, I hope the audience will like it as much as we did. So thank you very much, and see you next time.